Welcome friends, welcome back to Sunday Morning in the Old Cookbook Show. Today we're going to do another recipe out of A Guide to Good Cooking, compiled by the makers of Five Roses Flour. And this was published in 1932. We're going to do a recipe today called Bacon Rarebit. And so this is a riff on Welsh Rarebit or Welsh Rabbit. Depending on where you live, you're going to call it something different. My mom made this when I was growing up, and we just called it cheese on toast. So it's a very simple recipe, but it's one of those great things when you're having breakfast for dinner. For me, I really like this just on toast at the end of the day. So I've got some bacon chopped up. This is our homemade bacon, and it goes into a frying pan. And I'm just going to brown this off, render out the fat, and crisp up the bacon. Take a slotted spoon and scoop it out, but leave the fat behind in the pan. Now, you want to have about 3 tablespoons of bacon fat left in the bottom of the pan. And you just need to eyeball that. And I think we've got it about right. If you don't have enough bacon fat left in, add a little bit of bacon fat that you've got saved on your countertop, or put in some canola oil or any kind of vegetable oil. You need to have the same amount of fat as the flour we're about to add in. So, in goes the flour. And you just want to stir this around. Cook the flour in the bacon fat. And you don't want the heat too high at this point. You don't want to brown or burn the flour. You just kind of want to get it all mixed together and cooking. And while the flour is cooking with the bacon fat, I need about 2 cups of milk. Okay, so I don't want to tell you that we're making a roux, but we're making a roux. Now, I've got the flour and the bacon cooked together really nicely in the bottom of the pan. And we just slowly mix in the milk to make a sauce. Okay, so when you first put the milk in, it's going to clump up a little bit. And as you keep putting it in and stirring it in, it will smooth out into a nice smooth sauce. I am going to switch to a little whisk. I think that's going to be a whole lot easier. Well, I know it's going to be a whole lot easier. Okay, yeah, much better. So just keep dribbling in the milk, whisk it in, and you're going to get a nice smooth sauce. So at this point, it's kind of like a bacon gravy, like a white gravy, like a sausage gravy that you would have in the South. Now I'm going to add some seasoning to it. So I've got a little bit of paprika and some black pepper. I'm going to hold off on the salt just for now. The bacon was pretty salty. There's a little bit of salt in the cheese, and this cheese goes in next. And it just gets melted into the gravy. Oops, I almost forgot the dried mustard powder. So, dried mustard powder too. And a little bit of cheese at a time. Okay, just stirring in the last little bit of cheese, and now is the time to taste it and see if you need to kind of work with the seasonings a little bit. It's good. That's good. Nice cheese sauce. Okay.
Snacks. Hey, Glenn. Hey, friends.
Hey, Jules. So,
Made us some snacks, I see.
Welsh Rarebit.
Really?
Or Welsh Rabbit. Cheese on toast with bacon.
I'm going to say, it looks like cheese on toast.
It's
That, how many people did it say we were feeding? Because that's a lot of cheese.
That is, well, no, it's only about a cup of cheese, so it's not that much cheese. It is, and 3 tablespoons of flour. Like, there's not a whole lot in here.
It's the tomato soup that fills it out.
No, we didn't make the tomato one. We made the bacon one.
Oh.
There is one below it with tomato soup.
Okay.
And then there's another one down here called Savory Camp Dish. And in a lot of Canada, camp is your cottage or your vacation, your weekend place that you go to. And it is essentially the same thing. This is sort of one of those filling things, I think.
Oh yeah, so you could bring it up. Say you suddenly you have more guests than you thought you were going to have.
Yeah, or,
hey, I'll
you know,
whip this
yeah.
up and we'll just everyone will be full and it'll be okay.
Because there's really not a lot of anything in here.
Yeah.
It comes out to a lot, but it's
So it's an inexpensive way to fill a lot of people, which is great. Sometimes that's what you need. It's like, oh, so you're tasting already. I feel left out.
it's cheese on toast. It's comforting. It's warm. It's got bacon flavor.
Do some onion bits.
You could
You can top it with whatever brings you joy, my friend.
you could definitely dress this up with a bunch of other things. I mean, I think frying onion with the bacon would bring a lot of flavor to it. And you pull the bacon out and then have the bacon and onions sprinkled on top. I know this is a dish with a long history in a part of the world where our families came from at one point. But I don't see any reason why you have to hold this to any sort of tradition. You could take this in any.
You could throw some jalapenos on it
Jalapenos would be
and
amazing.
put a slightly different spicing in it. Like it's a really great base. You could put in.
At some point, it just
anything
becomes
that brings you
nacho
joy.
dip. Really, it's nacho cheese on toast.
Yes.
It's like just this incredible, warm, filling utility dish.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.